I think how we're going to have to do this is I got my laptop set up here, and because I was unprepared, I didn't set up my Windows environment for this. So basically, let me know what you need from me. I'll share my screen, and we can walk through the process.
Okay.
So can you just give maybe a quick overview about like at a high level, what are we actually going to do here?
Okay, so this is our Lightning Talks app that you can see at the link I put in the chat. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up continuous integration so that we have that available for our app. Awesome live demos.
All right, so Colin, you ready?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
If I didn't break everything. Okay, so this is our app, and just let me know what we gotta do. I already signed into Codeship, so.
Okay, so yeah, we can get in there, and yeah, I can. Yeah, so like the new project, create my first project. You can go click on there. All right, so we're using GitHub.
So guys, no pressure, but I'm going climbing with Mo, Captain Mo, the guy in the picture next week, who's the CEO of Codeship. So don't mess that up.
Yeah, so Colin, you can like click on the one the
Find our repo.
Yeah.
I'll have to search for it.
You have so many. There you go. I see it.
I do a lot of stuff in my free time.
So just to sort of clarify, before you actually like showed it to us, did you sign up with GitHub? Is that how it knew how all the stuff was in your account?
Yep. So what I did is I signed up with GitHub, and then once you sign up with GitHub, because I'm members of 3 different groups, so I have my own set of repositories, and I have my group project and the Lightning Talk and the Firehose community stuff. So then I just selected who I was signing up as, and then what group I gave permission to the Lightning Talks app to be able to handle this. So it was very easy. It took me literally less than a minute to do. So.
All right. So next up, we want to like click on that drop down and then choose Ruby on Rails. And then if you scroll down, just like save and go to the dashboard. Right now it's asking us to like do a push, so like probably make a change or something and push that to probably make a feature branch or something. And then we can configure like Heroku.
And we're just going to push normally?
Yeah, just push to the GitHub.
All right.
Cool. So if you go back to the Codeship, Now it's running.
My mom and I got into a huge fight, and she left early. But I still think her visit was a good thing.
You can actually click on that and see like what is it doing.
Sorry about you and mom. Maybe I can make up for that error in judgment. Just force the Lakers game.
That's really cool. Travis CI doesn't really let you see it in real time.
The UI is like Codeship UI is pretty like it's like 5 minutes we're like basically have integrated the Codeship in there. All we have to do now is like integrate Heroku and then for deployment and we're done.
Awesome. I'll just have to remember not to work in master branch anymore. So this seems a lot less painless than what Travis CI was. I know in our group project, Vu worked on setting up Travis for our environment. It seemed like it was quite a bit more of a struggle than this.
Yeah, for Travis you had to like add a travis.yaml file, and then you have to like configure a bunch of like variables in there in that file, and you have to actually specify Ruby version and stuff like that. You can
Right.
I actually got stuck on like the Ruby version stuff with Travis. And in the end, it was Travis kept telling that we have some untracked files in our project directory that we didn't even have in our project directory. And it was just like making up stuff.
We had that issue too. Was it RBX?
Something like that. And then our mentor said, go with the Codeship, try it out.
Yeah, one of the kind of annoying things with Travis is I think it by default sets it up to like test it against a bunch of different Ruby versions. And if it's just like a Rails app, it's like, do you really care if it works against 192? Do you care about 187? Do you care, like your server is running a certain version? Like, does it actually matter? Like sometimes it does if you're like maintaining a gem. But for something like this, it just really gets in the way. So yeah, I think Codeship does that pretty good. The fact that it's just so easy to get started.
Yeah, I really noticed that with Travis CI. We had to spend time and specifically deal with versions, and that just seemed more of a pain than it was necessary.
Yeah, so I think it's built now. So if you go to like, if you scroll up and go to like project settings.
Where is that? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and then deployment. And then you can say like branch is exactly master. You can just say whenever the feature branch is pushed to master, only then push to Heroku. Or like however we want to set it up, you can do that.
Okay. Do it with master.
Yep. And then
Did I click too soon?
no, yeah.
Okay. There's a delay on my side. So.
Yeah, so and then you have to like go down and actually select their deployment platform, which is Heroku. Yep, there it is. And then you can name it and the name is like whatever like your Heroku URL is. It's like I think it's Lightning Talk apps. You have to name it the same as Heroku project name.
Okay. And then I need an API key.
Yeah, if you just go to Heroku and then I think if you go to settings, it's there. Let me see this. If you I think if you click on, did you find that?
Hey, Colin, I think back on Codeship, there's actually a link that I'm guessing it said, get your Heroku API key here.
Perfect.
Thanks, Amaya.
I'm a big fan of the easy button.
There it is.
No, don't copy my API key. So if I change my API key, is this still? I'll have to come back and update this later. I don't need my API key recorded on the internet.
And just hit create, and then I think that should do it. Yeah. So that should be it. If you want to test it out, you can just push to the master branch again with some sort of like UI change, and then it should show up on the.
Now, let's see. Do I have to run Heroku? So with like Travis CI, if I did a git push, if that's all I did was just git push, it will push to Heroku automatically.
Yeah, it will do that. If you
Okay.
push to the master, it will like push to Heroku then, and it will give you like a yeah.
Does it give you any sort of verification that it was pushing to
Yeah, so,
Heroku?
like, you can see in the Codeship if you go there, and it will tell you like it's build is like done, and then it'll give you like the URL to go to, which is like your Heroku app URL. If you select the project from like that top, yep, it's running.
Yeah, one of the other things I really like about Codeship is I feel like it just has a lot of the stuff just installed on it, and you don't have to worry about it. I think with Travis, like Image Magic was something we were using, and it like basically I don't think it comes like pre-packaged, but like as far as I know, Codeship has that sort of built right into the system. So that's also like another cool feature of it.
Can we use like Codeship with Firehose, right? So.
Yeah, we use it a little bit. We actually don't have the deployments part set up, but I kind of want to set that up. It's just we're on the free tier, and we just kind of like aggressively commit. So we have so many commits that it doesn't really work out.
I was curious
for
to
us.
check out their activate your like parallel CI trial. I was like just curious to like test that. How does that work? It's like I could imagine like a bunch of different pipelines, and if you have like a large code base, a bunch of different people are working, it should be helpful.
Definitely.
So it looks like everything is done running.
Yeah. So if you like scroll down, and you should see like it telling that hey, push to Heroku or something.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's see if it did or not.
Yeah, I see like check URL there. Yep, there you go.
And it looks like that little snippet of code's right there.
Awesome. Cool.
Sweet. Now we have
Yep.
that set up.
So, Colin, one of the things you probably want to check out there is if you go back into Codeship and look at your project settings or your deployment settings, there is an option. There are some options when you're setting up the deployment pipeline that you could say, I think it was edit deployment settings or something like that.
Project settings and then deployment.
Yeah, there you go. So you see there, it's whether or not it's going to run your migrations or anything like that. So if you do edit deployment pipeline settings, it'll do and tell it to run those migrations. They'll just automatically do that rake DB migrate for you in case you had any.
That's cool.
Do any table migrations or anything.
Awesome. I'll have to jot that down. Cool. So is that it?
Yeah, that's
As
about
easy
it.
as that is?
A lot more. Like you can have like a bunch of settings manipulate according to like whatever you want to do. If you have like a bunch of different branches, if you want to test that, before it goes to master, I want to like test, before Heroku before that, you can do that too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, this was very painless. So
Yep, that's about it.
cool.
Awesome. Cool stuff. Another cool dev tool that like everybody should know about is a roll bar. I'll put it in the chat. It's something that if you haven't heard of it, it's pretty amazing. Basically, it'll send you an email whenever Heroku gives you an error message. And with the full stack trace. So it's another one of these kind of like must-have integrations with your web app. There's other ones out there like Airbrake and a handful of other ones, but you have to pay. Rollbar has a free tier, so highly recommend playing with that on any production app if you're doing it on the chess app. Like whatever, just it's super cool.
Funny side story on the Codeship swag: when they send you T-shirts, you actually get a handwritten note with it. And when we got a handwritten note from it, Ken and I were wondering, who really wrote this? Is this printed or not? So I went to Codeship team, they're like just down the road from us, and I talked to them and I asked them, and they're like, oh no, that's actually one of their developer interns grandma does that in Austria because she has nothing else to do, so she writes all the cards for all the Codeship customers from hand. I don't know if they still do that, but that's what they did about 3 months ago.
You gotta wonder how many she actually was writing.
I know. It was so cool because it was really well written, and so I was like, anyway. So
Although I requested their like T-shirts and stickers, like when I used, the Codeship CEO sent a link to go to, and I did that.
Uber for grandma's notes, exactly, Ben. So yeah, Faisal, when you get your swag, when you get the handwritten notes, take a picture and send it to us. I want to know if it's still the same. We can compare handwriting.
Yeah, absolutely.